Alright guys, today we are doing a clutch swap on my brother's 02 Maxima.
It's dirty ass 02 Maxima.
Yeah, it's very dirty. I don't know who doesn't clean their engine bay.
Right.
This is Idris. Bug Guy Reese on Instagram.
Look at the rush.
So this is 02 Maxima. All it got done is lawn tube headers. Basically lawn tube headers, custom headers, 3-inch exhaust, ported manifold with spacer, upgraded throttle body and all that. Made 274 wheel back in 2023 with admin.
Back in 2023. Damn, 2 years ago.
Yeah, time flies. Oh. So far, we just took the axles out. And then
we took the axles out?
Oh, well, yeah, he took the axles out. He actually did something for once.
What do we have so far? We got the axles are out, transmission cables disconnected, we got the tranny already drained, batteries out, slave cylinders coming out now, intakes out. All we got to do now is take the slave cylinder out, unbolt it right here from the top. Everything's unplugged and just drop it.
All right,
let's get to it.
We'll get to it. So now we're taking out the mount. I'm going to have to press this out. Ooh, you can see how bad it is. But we already did the others because we had extra mounts housed over there. We did in this Foreman's poly. So we're going to have to do this one while they go on the road and stuff. I don't know.
The carbonator is not connected to the carbonator.
I don't know what's wrong with this one, but usually with these though, we have a problem that they do not like to line up back once you like put in all solid. So when you're going to get to a point with the left and right, they do not line up. I had that problem with the Altima, so what you're gonna have to do is like a, I don't even know how to describe it, like crisscross pattern type of thing. So I'm gonna show you guys how I press that out once we get it out.
All right, commentator, what are we doing?
So we got all the bolts out, so there's gonna be 4 here and 4 here. We're taking out the whole thing, and then down there he's taking off the crank position sensor. And then up top on the trans, you still got a couple of things that we gotta take out, like one sensor here and one on the back.
This man got the camera on my hand. Gotta show them the tutorial.
Yeah, so, and we also took the slave cylinder out because we're taking the whole transmission
slave
out.
cylinder is right there. Just to get easy access. You don't have to, but
we're just painting everything too as we're gonna have the transmission out.
It is a bitch to get this bolt out, so you're definitely gonna need a friend.
What we did, we took.
I'm taking this. This is the crank position, whatever sensor bolt.
We
set it up like this.
Yeah. So remember, it's a 17 and another 17 or whatever wrench you want to use. So 17 size bolts.
And then 14's right here for the 4 on top.
Tell them again. Wait.
Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then that's it. You got one sensor there, one more back here. And I think that's it for now.
We'll let you know. The mount is out, but take a look at this mount. Yeah. And then you see a little crack in the back.
Just like brand new.
Yeah. We're gonna put this back in.
Oh, there's leaves going in it.
Yeah. So, as you can tell, this part's a little bit stressful. There's a bunch of clips.
Not even stressful, it's just annoying. Getting the damn clip wires out.
So at this point, you should take out the crank sensor and this first mount.
And then there's gonna be 3 sensors on the trans. I think this one's the reverse or the speed sensor. No, blue speed sensor, and then the reverse one is back here. This one I didn't unplug. I'm not sure who did this one.
I did that one. This is unplugged into. Plugged into something back there.
Something is not the answer that we're looking for, but
It's somewhere back there. I unplugged it. It's an identical plug.
Yeah.
According to the instructions online, you have to take it out. I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes.
Y'all will figure it out. Be a man.
Right.
yeah.
No, you got me.
So this is where we're at right now. We got most of the bell housing bolts out. We organizing them over there. We also found out that, well, we are gonna have to take our cross member off, so we are jacking up the trans and engine off the oil pan.
The bell housing bolts on the bottom are a size 14, and the bell housing bolts on the top are a size 17.
So that's also all there is to it for right now. We have Tajay, the photographer. He finally came. So that's all we're at right now. We're at the point that we're gonna drop the trans. We're gonna do the motor mount in the meantime. We'll cut out the trans mount and do that. But we're basically at the point where the trans is ready to come out. It's gonna take a little bit of loving to get it out. We also found out that Matthew, and he just farted. But
He just ripped out.
we all found out that Matthew was saving some Chick-fil-A sauce for later.
There's no way.
Who put that there?
What you mean? That looks like it's been there since 2020.
You had a chicken sandwich?
Probably.
What, you had a combo meal?
When did you have that? When you used to live in Broward?
Damn.
Number 2 special, bro.
But we're gonna get onto that now, and then we'll get back with you guys. So this is the trans mount. We're taking out the stock rubber bushing inside the mount. The easiest way I found to do it is that we mount it to the table with 2 G clamps. Just a little ghetto outside table we're using for right now. But now we're gonna take a reciprocating saw, and you see there's 2 rings in here. You gotta cut out both rings. You're gonna be left with the outer ring here, and then that's what you're gonna push in the poly mount in. So I'm gonna get to cutting to that. Then you'll see when we're done with the 2 slits, it's just gonna fold in on itself and pop out. I'll turn it on. And then we'll just wait. No, that looks a little smaller, don't it?
Regular O2 sensor.
So we're taking off the cross member.
No,
If you look closely, a little bit closer, there's gonna be 17 size bolts right here, and the motor mounts. You don't need to take this off. You need to take this bolt. Come a little bit closer. This bolt. You take this off last. You can take this off with the subframe. You'll be fine. And here, I'll take over the phone real quick. There's gonna be the motor mounts in the back. That bolt he's ratcheting out is gonna take 10 years to come out, but that's the one you need to take out.
There's no way you shove shit in my ears, bro.
And then
Get your weird ass away from me.
press the button. There we go.
This is New York.
Drop your front. You gotta come all the way down on the front. You can let that drop on the ground.
Got it?
Stuck caught up on something.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to take this out too.
Alright guys,
So
I'm
now
gonna start pulling the transmission now.
what we're doing, we gotta take out the splash shield so we get some more room. Then there is some dowel pins that hold in your transmission, I've been told. I never did on one of these cars, so we're gonna have to wiggle it out to try to get it free from the car.
So what you want to do is you want to grab the carbonator and the alternator. I'm kidding. You do jack up the motor and jack down the jack. So that the motor and the tranny goes in a downhill position so you can wiggle it out and pull it out.
We're gonna go into time lapse now, so we can get all hands on deck.
Someone need to loosen. I'll loosen. 1 hour later.
Finally got the trans out.
God damn, that's a whole year work. Oh shit.
First time of all of us doing it before, so this is how it looks now. We're gonna clean up the trans on the outside, and then when we're installing back the clutch and removing it, we're gonna get back to you guys. We're gonna show you how we're gonna remove the pilot bushing and change the throw-out bearing and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go off camera now. We're gonna go get something to eat and clean up the trans. We just got the axle for Matthew. I don't know why he came out the house looking like a bum, but hold up. So we are now taking out the old clutch. You can see how worn this pressure plate is. It is not.
It's not even poking out at all.
That shit flat.
So
You know someone had a fat foot.
somebody had a heavy ass foot.
So once we take this out, we'll inspect the clutch and see what went wrong, and then we're gonna take out the pilot bushing. And then
You're probably asking, how are we gonna take out the pilot bushing? AutoZone, Advanced Auto, you can rent this tool. 20 bucks.
And then you get your money back with that. And then after that, we'll have Idris do the mounts on the cross member, and probably we'll try to knock out the passenger side one, or just wait until the trans is back in.
But for now, we're just gonna loosen these bolts. And remember, when you put it back on clockwise, well, you know, put the bolt on in clock pattern.
And then
star pattern, I mean.
If for any car, just look up your torque sequence and how many foot-pounds of torque. We're gonna do a 2-stage torque, 30 and then 60, I believe. I just got to double check that.
All right.
So we are closing off for tonight. Why?
I give up. I swear, don't buy a Maxima.
No, but yes to that, because some owners don't take.
I'm not the owner. I have a Super.
But so the reason why we stopped was the flywheel. Damn! Surface plate is cooked because someone thinks no lift shifting is cool. So he ended up buying a brand new pressure plate that's coming in, ordering new pressure plate face, and then
Let me teach you how to no shift with my hands, right? So just let go, you know? Before you end up like this, nigga.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift on your mom and all this shit.
This is going on YouTube.
But we're closing off. This is going to be part 1 of 2, and then we're probably going to have a part 3 of restoring this Maxima because the owner neglected it. So after doing the clutch, we're going to be doing the upper oil pan on it, and then maybe paint. Who knows?
Yeah, no, we ain't painting this shit.
Yeah, we should get this car painted.
The daily driver.
But stay tuned.